Get ready for massive news. Former Masters champion Adam Scott is officially set for his 100th consecutive major championship appearance at the 2026 U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills. We dive into everything we know about this incredible streak and what it means for the sport right now. And finally, we break down the final qualifying results, revealing how former U.S. Open champion Graham McDowell and LIV Golf players like Peter Uihlein and Caleb Surratt earned their spots. Don't miss a second of this action. Stay tuned for more. Former Masters champion Adam Scott is set to make history by participating in his 100th consecutive major championship at the 2026 U.S. Open, scheduled to take place at Shinnecock Hills from June 18th to 21st. Scott secured his spot in the field via the USGA after finishing in the top 60 of the official world golf ranking. The field for the third men's major of the year is shaping up, with other notable names like Jordan Spieth and Patrick Reed also earning exemptions through the world rankings. Germany's Matty Schmid and America's Alex Smalley also secured one of the 5 available spots. Scott had previously discussed the prospect of this milestone with reporters, acknowledging the achievement, but emphasizing that he prefers to celebrate winning the 2026 U.S. Open rather than just playing it. He credited good advice on physical and training matters for keeping him healthy and injury-free throughout his career. Scott's current streak is the longest in major championship history, since Jack Nicklaus's 146 consecutive appearances from the 1962 Masters to the 1998 U.S. Open. The path to major championships is challenging, as evidenced by past struggles, including his 2008 U.S. Open, where he broke a bone but finished 26th. Meanwhile, the qualification process for the 2026 U.S. Open saw several notable entries, including former 2010 U.S. Open champion Graham McDowell, who qualified through final qualifying alongside LIV Golf players. Other qualifiers included Nathan Kimsey, who secured his first U.S. Open tee time with a 62, and Matthew Jordan. The current confirmed field for the 2026 U.S. Open stands at 103 competitors, featuring a mix of established stars and rising talent, with names like Rory McIlroy, Scottie Scheffler, and Justin Thomas among the participants. Notably, Tiger Woods is not expected to play despite returning from rehabilitation. The event promises to be a major test for the field as they prepare for the 2026 U.S. Open. Former U.S. Open champion Bianca Andreescu displayed remarkable composure and class in a recent match, vanquishing her opponent in a display that drew emotional reactions. The victory, which occurred during the Internationaux de Strasbourg 2026 tournament, was marked by visible emotion, as Andreescu was seen wiping away tears following the win. This performance highlights the enduring skill and competitive spirit of the former champion on the court. The news also references upcoming tennis events, including detailed information regarding the results, draw, schedule, entry lists, prize money, and predictions for both the Internationaux de Strasbourg 2026 and the Hamburg Open 2026. These listings provide comprehensive coverage for fans and analysts tracking the professional tennis circuit. Hundreds of international golfers are vying for a spot at the U.S. Open through the intense final qualifying event, which is currently underway across 13 venues in 4 countries. The competition is fierce, featuring a mix of established names and high-profile participants from the LIV Golf circuit. Only 16 spots are available across the competing sites, leading to significant disappointment for many hopefuls. At the Dallas Athletic Club, performance was razor-thin. 4 under par secured entry, while 3 under par advanced to a playoff. At Walton Heath, 4 players finished on 10 under to secure their playoff berths. Several prominent figures faced setbacks. Byung-hun En, who recently joined LIV Golf to captain the Korean team, struggled in Dallas with an opening 69. Abraham Answer, currently ranked 15th in the LIV standings, failed to secure a spot after rounds of 70-71 in Dallas. Josel Ballester, a Spanish LIV player, missed the cut at both the Masters and the US Open last year, failing to advance from a playoff by a single stroke. Eugenio Chacarra, a notable player who has achieved success on both LIV and the traditional tour, was eliminated in the 6-4-1 playoff. Cameron Champ, a big-hitting American with a strong resume, fell off a cliff after an opening 73 in Dallas, dropping to the world no. 319. Joel Dahmen, a Netflix star, found the gold course at the Dallas Athletic Club proving significantly more challenging in the afternoon. Thomas Detry, who was in contention for an automatic spot, was narrowly edged out in a playoff at Walton Heath after rounds of 68-66. Nick Dunlap, who is close to adding a 0 to his world ranking, was unable to advance after rounds of 70-72 in Dallas. Sergio Garcia, who missed the cut last year, also failed to qualify this year despite a spirited afternoon round. Brandon Grace, whose major career was effectively ended by his move to LIV Golf, was eliminated after rounds of 72-69. Sam Horsfield, despite a recent disqualification attempt, managed to secure a spot at Walton Heath, finishing 11 shots off par. Michael Lasasso, a recent pro on the LIV circuit, struggled significantly, finishing 12 shots off par after rounds of 72-79. Thriston Lawrence, a 5-time DP World Tour winner, was eliminated after rounds of 70-71 at Walton Heath. Matteo Manassero, whose form declined after a successful run of wins, was derailed by an afternoon 75. Edoardo Molinari, known for his analytics, also missed out on qualification after rounds of 70-73. Sebastian Munoz, who showed promise on LIV Golf with a 66, withdrew during the second round. Rasmus Nergård Peterson was unlucky to miss automatic qualification, pulling out during the second round after an opening 74 in Dallas. Victor Perez, who left the PGA Tour for LIV Golf, missed the Walton Heath playoff by a single shot. Brendan Steele, who gave up his major career for LIV, secured a final qualifying wildcard after an opening round of 70. Cameron Tringale, a teammate of Steele's, failed to advance after rounds of 71-71. Harold Varner III, who has not played a major since 2023, was eliminated after rounds of 72-73 in Dallas. Alex Perry, the writer and news editor for Today's Golfer, provides context on the high-stakes environment of this qualifying event. The final qualifying results for the 2026 U.S. Open, set to be held at Shinnecock Hills on Long Island, New York from June 18th to 21st, have been released, featuring a mix of former champions and current LIV Golf participants securing spots. Graham McDowell, the former U.S. Open champion and a LIV Golf player, earned a tee time through a 36-hole qualifier in Dallas after shooting 2 rounds of 69. This achievement marks a return for the 46-year-old, whose 10-year U.S. Open exemption had expired. Additionally, Peter Uihlein and Caleb Surratt, both active in the LIV Golf League, have also secured entries for the major. Surratt, who is John Rahm's teammate, will be playing in his first major. In contrast, former Masters champion Sergio Garcia narrowly missed qualification by 2 strokes. The qualifying process also included a 36-hole event held at Walton Heath in England. The field for the 2026 U.S. Open is stacked, with reigning champion J.J. Spaun, Rory McIlroy, and Aaron Rai having won the first 2 men's majors of 2026. The published qualifying scores show Peter Uihlein leading with a score of -9, followed by Tom Kim at -8 and Cooper Dossie at -7. The full results, including cut scores, are available on channel YouTube.